Yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome to another day of Be Agile Scrum. We are just now went through the code of honor. With this note, let's get started with the topic today. And yesterday, you remember what we were going through? Who can tell me that? What the top?
Flowcharts.
Yeah, flow
Business
charts, but
analysis model
Process flow design.
yes,
as
yes.
model.
The flowchart has been referred in this, which is called as business analysis models. Okay. So today we will grow further and we see what exactly we have to do. And the another diagram which I'm going to present in front of you is going to be available on your screen. And this is called as ER diagram. What it is called as, everyone?
ER.
We are
ER
Yeah,
diagram.
diagram.
Yeah. What is the full form of ER diagram? Okay.
entity relations.
Yeah, bingo, bang on. So yes, it is entity relationship diagram. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yes, and what you see here, that is the particular, example. So how it is done. You see that there are various tables. Can you all see the boxes over here? On the left hand side, there are multiple boxes. On right hand side, there are multiple boxes. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so first we will see the box before the pipe. We will consider this vertical line as a pipe. Okay, so what exactly happens? One box which is referred and interconnected with multiple boxes, we can name it as table. Can we name it as a table?
Yes.
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 Okay, all right, thank you. And before we continue over here, I would request something. So two type of people. Uh, in case you find that you can definitely contribute into the class, you please keep yourself unmuted. And second, those who you think that you cannot contribute into the class, but you will have an urge to contribute back wherever you are sitting, kindly remain keep remain muted, because if you will speak in the background where you are somewhere else, if you are contributing, that will interrupt the flow. That's number one. Number two is that in case you think that because of you echo sound is appearing, in that case also keep yourself muted. Is it clear to everyone what kind of person can go on mute and who can go remain unmuted? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and I would appreciate that. Okay, thank you so much. So imagine you are heading in a garment store. Okay, and you did inquiry for a particular apparel, or say particular garment or particular attire. And now a person at the store, at the counter, cash counter, you approached him directly and he will say that, okay, could you please tell me that I want to go to try this particular apparel. First you tell me, is it available to you? Then he will inquire certain thing to you. Okay, he will inquire what exactly you want, that is about the product. Say for example, he say, I need a I need t-shirt. Then he may ask in what size you would are you looking for. He will give you the size explanation. And the the moment he says that product, you will look for in your software where whatever the inquiry you are doing, you will be looking. If he mentions that I'm looking for a particular brand, you will look for that particular brand. Okay, and then you ask for the size, you look for the size. It fetches the detail from your software about its availability, where it is there or not. Then you see that are you looking for in a specific category in that, and you may say that okay, I'm looking for particular t-shirt in a particular size, and yeah, I need in a particular category, I am looking for t-shirt with a hoodie in it. Okay, so you go more specific and you look for that those category t-shirt is available in the system or available in the store or not, because all the entire such availability is mentioned and is fed already in the software that you are browsing in through. And then you look for further, do you have any preference in terms of color? So you look for the color also the moment you get the answer, and you find that whether it is available or not. The moment you look for so much in detail and you realize that it is available, and with some extra details you get to know in what shelf, where it is located, where it is kept. You can find another store attendant, and you can tell them that, okay, take this person, take this gentleman or the lady to the particular shelf, give it to the this detail of the t-shirt, and let them have a quick test, try, and okay, if they like it, come for further order confirmation. Say for example, so when he was asking you the question, inquiring you, you were answering, and he was checking in his software how it is available, which has been fed already. He had to extract all those information when the tables of the software was communicating with the various other tables, and extracting the information, okay, of its availability. The moment it is liked by you, you agree to take it, then he further generates the order where he asks for the name, address, and your contact number, and create a bill with the date and amount in it. Have you understood this entire flow, whatever I shared with you? Yeah.
Yes.
When you
Yes.
want, thank you. Guys, excuse me, I'll keep on going on mute in between, so kindly allow me. I'm still, my throat is not healthy. Okay. So if you have understood this flow, what is exactly happen when one table will have the access in the another table, and it has the ability to to fetch the data from another table. So it is shown by such arrows. Okay. When one table can access multiple information from the another table, then it will have a similar kind of connector given to the three lines connecting with the one, and three lines with connecting to the another table. When it has multiple information received from the the table of the multiple information, such connection is called as many to many connection. What it is called as, everyone?
Many to
Many
many.
to many.
And when only one table is there, that will be connected to multiple, connected to another table to extract multiple information, it is called as one to many table. Okay.
One to
Got
many.
it? Yes. So what we exactly we do, this is how the entity relationship diagram is created. However, do you really require to mention such kind of or maintain such kind of entity relationship diagram as a business analyst? The answer is straight away no. Okay. It is just for your information so that you can read such kind of entity relationship diagram, but you never have to create that. Mostly it will be created by developers or DBA, or developers or database architect. So mostly not by you, mostly created, generated, and drawn by DBA or developer. By whom? Who will create such ER diagram mostly?
DBA
Developer
developer.
or DBA? Developers.
Yeah, DB or the dev guys. So the another chart comes in front of you, which is called as this will be done by BA, and you need to remember this. And this will be called as visual modeling. What is the name of this diagram, everyone?
Visual
Visual
modeling.
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 Yeah, in visual modeling, I want quickly two different people to read these two bullet points. The first two bullet point for me, please.
Graphic
Graphic
representations of
representation.
objects and systems.
Yeah, the second one.
With models, we can focus on substance in information and identify pattern in requirement, uh, ideas, and business process.
Yeah, thank you. So the visual modeling is nothing but a graphical presentation of various objects and system. And with this model, what do? You enhance the requirement ideas and any business processes under which you have already seen the process flow diagram and business domain model like ER diagram. The another one, what we are going to look at, to which we are going to call it as a either UI wireframe prototype, and mock-up. Both are all three are the same. You don't have to forget. So either it is UI wireframe. What is the first one, everyone?
UI
UI wireframe.
wireframe.
Yes. So the same thing will be also called by others or referred by others as a prototype. What it is?
Prototype.
Or it is called as mock-up. And what is the third element?
Mock-up.
Okay. So when you create such UI prototype, now I'm going to give you a quick example. Okay. And for that very reason, I'm going to expand my screen sharing, okay, towards the tool. Okay. Now you see the mic picture, add-ins, designer, and then few diagrams over here, paragraph written, drawing written. Can you see that?
Yes.
Say for example, if I am creating any requirement and requirement customers ask, there should be add in and help button, and just below there should be some drawing, so that my users can choose any drawing they want to put in just below by taking it from the add-ins, and I need to refer to it, what I should be doing. So for that, what I'll do, uh, to indicate that, to let my clients know about it, or say my users to know about it, what exactly I mean to say, what exactly I'm referring, what I can do is that exactly such a representation, I'll make it happen for my my users. And what I will do, I have choice. Okay, I have choice to put it directly as is on the paper. Okay, and when I'm explaining that, okay, what exactly I want, just below add in and help, I can create as is. Okay, as is example, as is the similar kind of model or similar kind of graphical representation. This will be called as this. Okay, this will be called as high fidelity UI prototype. What it will be called as, everyone?
High fidelity UI prototype.
UI protocol.
Yeah, in this paragraph, what you see as a bullet, that will be the high fidelity UI prototype, and that will be exact design. Okay, and that I will embed it inside my requirement, or inside my requirement document, or inside my user story. So far, you are good understanding about high fidelity UI prototype. This will be called as high fidelity UI prototype. Understood? Yeah.
Yes.
Now, say for example, I don't have any clarity what exactly customer is asking. Still, what I can do is that I can go ahead and create such mockup. Okay, I can create such mockup. Excuse me. Yeah, I can create such mockup, and I can present here what exactly customer is looking for. Okay, and yeah, I can directly go inside and try to insert some text. Okay, say for example, here I have, mm, wait a second. Yeah, say for example, I will write here exactly add ins. Okay, I have written here add ins. And help. So I will not make it exactly, because I don't understand what exactly customer is looking for. But definitely I can understand what he is referring, and based on the reference, what I can do is that I can create multiple shapes. Okay, I mean multiple items, and will continue to refer to it, so that customer will get to know, or vendors will get to know what exactly they are trying to refer to. Okay, and so that customer can or vendors can understand, right? Okay. Am I creating as is what customer has asked for? No. Answer is no. Are you getting my point, everyone? Yeah. I'm trying
Yes.
to create, but I'm not creating the exact thing, because at this point, when I'm not very much clear, so what I will do, I will create a placeholder inside it, whatever the element I can think of, I will create that, give back to the client until the exact shape or exact information is not known. I'm knowing that there will be some placeholder for which client is talking about, and exactly this will be further grow and graduate the way more element client will provide us to include in here. With me so far, everyone? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So one graphical representation in any document which does not have much more clarity, but it will give a sense of appearance of the item to be there, and still it will showcase or make the presence of the requirement close to nearby. Such mock-up or such drawing will be called as medium fidelity UI prototype. What it will be called as, everyone?
Medium
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 fidelity.
fidelity UI
fidelity.
prototype.
And where I thank you so much for confirming. So in case I don't have further more clarity about it, but I know that there will be further placeholder where some UI elements will be coming up. What I can do is that I can simply go ahead and keep the placeholder like this. Here you see the rectangle and it has the cross mark, and I can mention the name of this item as a placeholder. It will not mention the complete clarity until client will give us the complete clarity, and such UI elements presence will be called as low fidelity UI prototype. What it will be called as, everyone?
Low
Low
fidelity
fidelity
UI
UI
prototype.
prototype.
Yes. And now I want three different people to read the exact definition of these low fidelity UI prototype, medium fidelity UI prototype, and high fidelity UI prototype on left hand side, one by one. So yeah, Neetu will come back to you, but yeah, before I answer Neetu's question, I want three different people to read about it.
A low
Go ahead.
fidelity UI
May
prototype.
show the general layout of the screen, but not the specific UI elements.
Okay, and the next one.
A medium fidelity UI prototype will show the UI element on the screen but may not represent the actual look.
All right, and the last one, the last bullet point.
A high fidelity UI prototype, often called a rendering, will represent exactly how the UI should look and feel once implemented.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for reading this out. And exactly this is what I mentioned and explained over here. This was just a reading that what exactly it says. So here is the note that as business analyst is responsible for either you need to create low fidelity or medium fidelity UI prototype when the requirement is not so much clear. Customer is trying to iterate those requirement from the scratch. That time you are responsible to create that. But in case at all, if it is a customization from one existing system to another existing system, that time you can definitely snip it through and place it into the new requirement document. Yeah, Nitu, you have a question, please proceed.
Yeah. So, where do we make these kind of documents in Word or what?
So after second slide, yeah, in the Word you can create into lucidchart.com, you can create into Visio. There are multiple software. In fact, you can create in um, Microsoft PowerPoint as well. So there are multiple such tools are available where you can create such diagram.
Okay,
Yeah.
one more question. So, is it the BA's job to do this, or the UX person does these
No,
kind of?
so when it comes to UI UX exactly, I mean exact what exactly it is. I mean, consider how the look and feel will happen. So it's UI UX developer's job, but it says that low fidelity UI prototype. So, and medium fidelity. So, can you at least draw something that, okay, I'm expecting some UI element over here? You don't have to just create as is, right? But if system is getting customized, say, for example, let me tell you one example. excuse me. Yeah. So what example I can give it to you? Let me think of an example. Imagine Facebook is using, not Facebook example, I want to give something. Okay. Um, it's, Neetu. Who was asking this question?
Yes, me, Neetu.
Okay. So Neetu, may I know your full name, please?
Neetu Garg.
Okay. So say, for example, based on your name, you have created one website and it's an e-commerce website. Okay. neetugarg.com, say, for example. And now she has been running her business since last 5 to 7 years. Now, when she is doing her e-commerce website development, she is maintaining the data of whatever the e-commerce material she sells or showcase in front of their client. She needed to store so much data of their customer information, like address, from which demographics they are coming, and all those detail. And she used to maintain these detail in Microsoft SQL DB, or say Microsoft DB or SQL DB, normal database. Okay, with me so far, Neetu? Now, some developers approach you and say that, okay, your website is good, but I would suggest you to make it more faster, more user friendly. And it is possible that you can do that when you will change the database. Okay, I'm just giving you one example. So what we will do, we will bring some new enhancement to your website, as well as what we will do, we will transit from Microsoft database to Postgres database is the another name. Okay, and that is again the Microsoft product. Okay, so we will transition from existing database to new database. We will make sure whatever the storage of the database or the record you have, as it will remain readable with the past record, and it will interact in the similar way as it is interacting right now, and it will become more speedy and more responsive, just like a lightning response you may expect as a customer. Is that all right? Neetu Garg says, yes, I'm totally with you, and I find it more friendly. I have heard about it from XYZ people as well, from my friends too. Let's crack a deal. Let's get into business. You give it a go to the business. Now, what exactly happens when the entire system gets transition from Microsoft DB to Postgres DB, SQL DB to Postgres DB? What exactly happens? Things when gets transferred, this becomes as such a new project to the vendor which convinced you to migrate it and enhance your website. So for them, this is a new project. For you, it is just a DB migration. With me so far, Neetu, are you
Yes.
understanding?
Yeah.
So what they will do when they have also suggested to their in-house, the vendor has shared with their in-house developers that we have to provide Neetu such kind of work to be done. They will also refer to the existing requirement, existing material, whatever, if you can provide, if they will ask you. And they will make sure that all those elements available in the website, until unless you have asked, will be created as is. So they will generate some requirement document, they will snip some some object or some menu look and feel. They will just snip it and paste it in their Word document or wherever they want to generate a particular good requirement document that will be referred by their in-house team. Okay, so what they needed to do, they need to refer to UI UX people yet? No. UI UX people will design in the real system, but you have just snipped, like I snipped this portion. Okay, this portion I cut it through and pasted it over here. As a business analyst, you can do that, and you can ask your team, you as in the vendors, and vendors can ask their team, hey, we need to develop something like that. So you are giving the reference, but in reality, who is developing? It is UI UX team is developing. With
Got
me
it.
so far? Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So this is what exactly as a business analyst we need to do. We need to provide them reference. We don't need to develop it. Where we are going to provide the reference? In the requirement document. With me so far, everyone getting this point?
Yes.
Any question around it? before we proceed? I want you to be very much clear. This is not any means rocket science, or neither it is a heavy thinking job. This is something, if you understand the system, a system is crystal clear in front of you, you will snip it and paste it in the document. If you don't have the clarity of such thing, what you will do, you will just apply the placeholder and just name here, we are expecting file menu. Okay, file menu will have sub menu, blah blah blah. And the user clicks on this file menu. Okay, it may flash out like this. Okay, can you give this presentation? The moment you will say flash out like this, and below that you have just showcasing this mobile shape, skeleton or mobile shape placeholder. Yep. Can you do that, everyone? If such reference or
Yes.
information you needed to provide, yes, you can do that. Yeah, Ketan, go ahead with your question, please.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
See, my question is in this particular example. So, in short, we are going to give a solution, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
No, so first see what exactly happened. Let me tell you, take back you to the requirement generation process. When you even approach to the customer, there are two types of customer. One who are very much clear what exactly they are looking for, right? So they know the solution what they are looking for, and the same solution they know they have conveyed back to you. The same thing you are going to provide, but whether you have understood their requirement or not, that you are going to document, and you are giving them back, telling that, hey, we have understood your this point. You can confirm if we are right or wrong. And customer will have their certain timeline under which they have to come back. In case they are not coming back, it means that they are in agreement with you and they are busy in something else. Okay, so yeah, the solution is mapped, what customer has asked you to do. So
Okay, so like for example, just now you give an example of e-commerce, right?
mm-hmm.
So now, suppose a customer asked you as a business analyst that we have a e-commerce site, and there is a typical problem in that particular site, that in a month of October, November, and in a month of December, our website doesn't work properly. Our e-commerce site doesn't work properly because of high volume. Like for example, in October there is Diwali, then then in December it is Christmas. Now, in that, do I need to give a solution, or means I have to just draw means how it is?
Okay, good question. Thank you so much. So yeah, see, first, it is the existing website. There are two ways. If you are a new vendor, they will come into communication with you. Okay, with the business analyst, okay, there may be a point where they can, if you are a new person, they directly won't interact with you when it comes to, say, for example, you happen to meet such people in any of the, exhibition, okay, online exhibition or so, or not even online exhibition. Say for example, this company is the insurance company, and they have various product online, and they are talking about e-commerce thing, whatever you have explained. So as a new visitor, definitely you want to improve the relationship and contact with them. Possible, Ketan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with this approach, you can definitely ask them the question. Okay, why do you think that it is irresponsive? So it does not handle the load. So yeah, I think that up to 10 people or 100 people, it performs well. The moment it goes beyond 100 user, it starts going crash.
Yes.
So you will ask further, okay, have you contacted with the developers or the company who developed your website? Oh yeah, we contacted, but they are charging us something extra. Their support is over or something like that. We don't understand how to deal with this. So you say that, okay, further you may say that, okay, you directly you are not offering them solution. You say that, okay, we are also into this business. Let me understand that why does it crash and all, because we happen to meet over here. Here you are just, this is something marketing stuff is coming over here, Ketan.
Hmm.
You are visiting, you're trying to represent your company, and you say that let us look at it. So further you approach to this people for the solution, otherwise it will be a big loss for you. That's the first solution. Second solution is there, we will have to inspect it, that what exactly is lacking and what they have not provided to you. Generally we charge it, but because we are in exhibition, we may not charge you, and we can suggest you some solution. It's all up to you whether you want to go ahead with this or not. Okay, you are still in the talking period. You are not suggesting them solution. You will not be creating such
No,
UI
but
prototype.
in case suppose I'm not in an exhibition, I'm talking to a client, then
Okay,
exhibition,
so
it's
why
like
if
it's like
they are they are your existing client,
Hmm.
and if you are telling that things are crashing, you need to provide the solution. That will be the technical solution. And you mean that
So is
the
it a responsibility of a business
no,
analyst
no.
or
No, if it is the technical one, why it will be a responsibility of business analyst? It will be developer's job to make sure that even beyond 100 user, it has to handle entire load.
so
Okay,
in this
so
case, who will design this UI prototype? Business analyst or the
no,
developer?
understand. When a business analyst come into the picture, the system has not developed yet. It is still in the inception phase. You're talking about the entire website is built. It is not performing at certain level. During the Diwali example and the Christmas example which you have given, it means that the system is up and running. But before the website development itself, way before that, when it is being designed, business analyst come into the picture. He is understanding the requirement of the customer, and that is time he will tell, okay, you need the file menu in your website. Okay, you want first three menu, and then you want sub menu in every menu, and it should flash out on every click. Will it appear like this? Okay, and when he says yes, then you will give them a pictorial representation for your vendors to prepare, that whenever the click happens, the click should flash out like this. Okay, just now I tried drawing it.
No,
It will
no, you're not getting my question here.
okay,
See,
okay.
we like it's we the client is expecting a solution. They have entire their UI prototype, right? Now they want that in that particular month, for example, December. In a month of December here in North America, there is always a problem for a website, including Amazon,
Okay,
that
okay, wait. Before you go
Hmm.
proceed with the question, let me ask you this question. You are already in relationship with the client? It is old client or just new client? Tell me that.
It's a yeah, it's a see normally means according to my information that uh, the business is developed accordingly, right? That you have to give new solutions to the client and then you generate a business. So
Okay,
in that case, there is already a website. It might have done from me or from some
okay,
other company, consulting
okay,
company. It is not
okay.
necessary it is developed by me only. Now
Mm-hmm.
they are expecting me that we need a solution. Our UI
Oh, no,
is
no. When you are telling the solution, first tell me who are you, number one.
I'm a
Number
business
two,
analyst.
okay, you are the
We
business
are
analyst.
yeah, we are only talking about business analyst. Yes.
Okay, you are the business analyst, and you are already in business with your existing customer. That's what I understand.
Hmm.
And your client is telling you, correct me if I'm wrong, that hey, Ketan, what exactly happens? The website you have developed is good, but it crashes in every single month when it comes to Diwali time, October, or Christmas and December time. So what does it happen? Can you provide a solution? Is that what you mean to say?
Yes, Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so that time these creation does not come into the picture. You directly connect them. If that is the case, kindly report one incident. We will assign it to the concerned developer. They will fix it for you and let our internal team also test. So here, no fidelity, no UI prototype is coming into the picture.
Okay. So
Yeah.
means just I have to create an interface between client
No,
and the developer. Go and talk. Let them talk.
yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah,
I have to just set
the business has to continue to flow. See, this is the existing system, existing client. They have just told you about some error that happens or some problem they are
no.
facing.
If
You will
suppose.
connect them with the
Mhm.
technical
Yeah,
team.
yeah,
You are not going to
yeah, yeah,
provide
yeah.
solution.
Right, right. Now, if suppose the e-commerce site is developed by some other company and they want a solution from us, so in
Hmm.
that case also the means my role is the same as a business analyst, that I have to connect them with the developer, or I
Yeah.
have to know
So,
the solution.
So when you are a new person, new business analyst, and they are not in business with you, now your intention will totally change up. Okay, Ketan. And with that intent, you will start, cracking the conversation. If I were you, a new business analyst, and the company is talking to me, I'll ask them more question. Why do you think it is happening? They will say that my, ex-consultant, they did not give the right solution. That is time the conversation will take a different shape altogether. I will be asking, do you really want the solution? Is it okay if I can inspect further? They will not directly ask you for the solution if you are not into the business. If you are already into the business, you will connect them with the technical team. The moment you are willing to get into the business, then few free stuff I'll be giving them for free. Okay, let me inspect that. Here again, the business analyst role will just pitch a new solution. Again, the creation of UI prototype is still not coming into the picture. The moment now, in the next step, client says that, okay, that sounds something interesting. Is it okay? Can we work with you? So that time you'll say, okay, we can definitely get into work. Then various documentation and all things will happen. PMO and other people get involved into that. Now business has built up. Now you are as a product owner understanding their requirement with the business analyst, and you will see their existing system, because they have the existing system, and they see that they say that, okay, earlier the file menu was appearing, this was really not it was overlapping onto the edit menu as well. Okay, let me do something for you. Okay, before I proceed, like this, they say like this. Okay, earlier what exactly used to happen, Ketan, we had the file menu. Okay, and we have the home menu. The moment we used to click on the home menu, um, never it flashes with the sub menu. And when by the time when I used to clicking on insert menu, sub menu flashes over the insert, and the look and feel completely distorted. You understand that? And you then propose them some in the conversation, is it okay if we present you something like this? Okay, some shape, you will tell them, is it okay if it flashes out like thinner mobile shape? They say if yes, go ahead with that. So is it okay if it flashes out and flashes in back the moment we click the another menu? You say yes, that is possible. So you are understanding what exactly they want from you, and you are presenting the UI features accordingly, and that will be conveyed to your team. Okay, what exactly the new client is expecting. If client says that no change in the menu, okay, I want as is, what you will do in the existing system, you can go ahead and you can bring the high level of UI fidelity. I will snip it, the exact UI menu as is, UI element as is, paste into my requirement document. So this is how we are going to play.
That means,
Make
in short, that as a business analyst, whatever requirement is there, I have to take it from the client. I have to discuss with the our technical team, and they will give. It's their responsibility that they have to give me some solution. Accordingly, I will design the UI prototype and then show it to the client as well as our developer. Am I right?
Yeah. Yes. Client will come with the requirement. They will tell this is what you want. You understand client's requirement. You will design the document and present back to customer. Are you willing to have like this? They say yes. Then give that file to the vendors, your team. They will have to develop it. All the integration, technicality and responsiveness. Yeah. And the software gets developed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone, was this question and answer, did you understand from Ketan, the question and the answer given to him? That
Yes.
also brought
Yes.
more clarity to you? Yeah?
Yes, sir. And I wanted to thank Ketan for summarizing it at the end. It made a lot of sense to me when he asked that and summarized it. So thank you to you both for the questions and answers.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Tatashya, for getting this. So thanks everyone, and thanks Ketan for asking. Next, so here is the various type of UI prototype. And with this, let's move to the another one, which is the WBS chart or WBS work breakdown structure. Let me ask if Prerna is there, if she wants to take this. Okay, I see that. Yeah. Prerna, would you? Yeah.
I got I'm there. Yeah.
Do you want to take this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. This is one of the important and interesting portion of our learning. It is called as WBS, that stands for work breakdown structure. Okay. So as the word suggests, it actually breaks down the work that you do, in the organization, and accordingly, the specific codes or specific, I would say, sorry, the categorization is done on that basis. Okay. Now you may ask that why the categorization is important or why this entire process is being done. Okay. It's a legit question. Then the answer to that is, see, we all in organization, when we work, there are many expenditures, there are salaries to be given to the employees like us, or, things like that happen. Then who would you think pays for that? You might have heard this word often, cost center. Have you heard this word, cost center, in any office? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, fine, no worries. So basically what happens, you remember while in a discussion, while sprint planning or delivery, we keep saying that in many a times we need to buy new software or we need to buy new hardware, right? And we need to get it fast for the faster delivery. You remember this? Yes, no? We have discussed this, yeah. So in any daily course of work, or what happens in an organization also, you require many things, right? So how would you get paid for it? Or even you as a person working for any particular project, how your monthly salary, see, the pay slip is generated, salary is already there, that's fine. But when you work for a client, it's called as you're billable to the client. Okay, this is a terminology or term they use, billable. So how does that that particular amount or that thing is generated, or how the expenditure of a particular department is managed, when it comes to audit or everything? So it is called as on the basis of WBS, that is work breakdown structure. So here, if you see, okay, first of all, I'll request one person to read out the text written before the chart, please. Yeah.
Good work breakdown structure includes only deliverables and activities. The best approach in WBS is placing deliverables as summary activities and breaking down these summary activities into detailed activities based on the work required to meet such deliverables.
Yeah. Thank you for reading it out. So basically what it says is that all the activities that are happening in an organization, those need to be clubbed under any category. Okay. In simple words. So that happens here. Here, if you could see, there are different sections or different categories mentioned. Okay. So that happens on the basis of departments. The first is if you say we are taking example of a web store, okay, a retail web store. Now, if we want to develop this particular retail web store, there are so many different activities those are need to be provided, need to be done. Okay, so starting with who will manage that project, so that will go under project manager. Okay, second and most important again is that will be requirement gathering, right? We have to work on a project, we have to do a project. For that we need to get data, right? So who will do that? So that is a part of requirement gathering. Third is change and analysis. Now here you see, for a particular project, for a one project, we are having so many different sections or categories. And if you notice, the retail web store is called as 0.0, that's your project, but then the categorization provided is called as 1.0, 2.0, like different section. Now here from a particular section, there are, like for example, from site software development, that means the proper development team, it is again broken down into multiple categories. That is what is HTML change, or database connection, or sorry, that is backend software. Okay, so all these things, if you could see, they are coming from one requirement or one department, and they are just getting it more detailed. The next branch is coming from backend, that is a database that we were talking. So there we have, okay, what is the security that we're using, what is the overall middleware we are using, so what is the hardware configuration of the database, and things like that. And if you could see, the naming convention or the versioning keeps changing. Like from here, from 4.0 we had a branch, it becomes 4.1. Now when 4.2 we had a branch, it become 4.2.1, things like that. Now the simplified answer to this is when we are in organization and we need to bill the customer, or we need to charge them for their work, it is charged on the basis of this WBS chart. Now now you tell me, as a business analyst, in which department or which categorization you fit in this diagram?
Requirement gathering 2.0.
Requirements gathering
2.0, perfect. So 2.0 requirement gathering. So hypothetically, if we want to further detail it out, so we can say, take client meetings, that can be 2.1. Prepare flow diagram, that can be 2.2. Flow diagram and BRD. Okay, then third is give feedback of testing, that can be 2.3. So same way, all the employees, all the candidates who are working on a project, they are covered under the WBS. Make sense, guys? It's a very important and good to know term, because in what do you say, in major projects, in many projects, especially international ones, when the client is from outside, and for whatever project budget and project expenditure point of view, this is very important. Now another example is, this is what we were saying, while we need to charge to the customer, this is how we can even utilize when we say, okay, BA would require some specific document for making a diagram. Okay, BA would require specific software. So now that software will be charged to which WBS? As if for BA? 2.0, perfect. Now if I have to call it, okay, we need some additional software for database security. Okay, database and that to security. Now which WBS will be charged for that?
4.23.
4.2.3, if I'm not wrong. This security subsystem. Yeah, you get it? Get how this is so important. And you know what? This is not only utilized for this. By the end of the year, when a company does their audit or scrutiny about where the expenditure is going, or where they are spending or where they are earning. This WBS is very essential. It comes in the picture and it helps them to understand that. Yeah, makes sense, guys? Any doubts in this?
No.
Yes? No, then we can go to the
No,
next slide.
Prerna.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. Gaurav, we can move to the next slide, please.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, docs, template, and understanding. Okay, I would require different people to read out each statement mentioned on the screen, please, and then we can elaborate on that. Yeah. Go ahead.
Project vision document, not necessary but should be known reason product owner may ask for help.
Project vision document. Great. Next.
Requirement management plan.
Okay, thank you.
User
Next.
stories.
Business
Use
requirement
cases.
document.
Requirement traceability matrix. Not necessary, but you may need to review.
Functional requirement specification FRS or functional specification document FSD.
Right. Next.
System requirement specification SRS, system requirement document SRD. SK is not necessary, but you may need to review.
Okay. Yeah. Did we hear? Okay. Test cases also. So all these documents may or may not be a part of your project. Okay. Now you may ask that why you are saying may or may not. That is depending on your organization and their way of work. This is decided. Okay. So some organizations prepare flow diagrams and by the way, this is depending on not only an organization, even the customer requirements. Some of the customer may ask for some diagrams or documents and some others may not. Okay, so starting with the first and simplest one, it's called as project vision document. Okay, what do you feel by only reading it out? Project vision document, what do you understand from this terminology? Anybody? Yeah.
In a higher level, we know what is the project, what we are going to develop and deliver to the client. Or what is the
Okay,
scope?
it's called as project vision document. So what do you understand when we say project vision?
Is it the
In your
timeline?
Project
view?
vision would be the
Delivered?
Like
It
Sorry?
tells it tells you what is the goal of the project, what the customer wants.
Yeah. See, basically, everybody's right when we say what we have to deliver, what is the deliverables, that's fine. But as a project, what is our future vision towards it? Okay. Are we planning to get more customer base? Are we trying to acquire more customer base, or are we trying to acquire more profits? Are we trying to plan to I would say expand to other countries or expand our business? So what this project is giving you futuristic vision, or what vision you have with respect to this project, is called as project vision document. Yeah, makes sense. So you actually have your futuristic ambitions or plans mentioned along with this project, which are in line, which are similar. Make sense? Yes, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So try to think from business point of view, from organization point of view. Then it will be a lot easier for you to understand. Okay. Second is requirement management plan. Now, this is a very good and interesting document, but very few organizations implement it. So whatever requirement those come in, day in, day out. During earlier discussions, we all have to manage that, and then we can have a separate plan or separate document for the same. Okay, this is again an optional one. I have not seen many organizations make one, but it's a good to have document. Third is user stories, and fourth is user cases. So basically, I think we have learned this, or if not, we will in going forward. So all the requirements given to the development team, they are kind of termed or
Broken
given in the
down.
form of user stories. Yeah, user stories means all the detailed requirement mentioned, who will do what, how they will perform, and all that. So that is in the form of user stories. Okay, and use cases are basically diagram prepared to understand how the user stories or how the flow of the application will work. Don't worry, we will learn all these in super detail. You will know how to draw them, what are the contents. I'm just going through a glance into this so you understand what it is. Business requirement document, or BRD, is like, I call it like a Gita, Bible, Quran. So it's like the document, and it should always be updated. Okay, please ensure that when in your project you update the BRD continuously or properly. It has to be updated always. Yeah. Next point is requirement traceability matrix. Again, it's mentioned it's not necessary, but you may need this. So basically what happens, as we were discussing, many a time customer comes with very many new requirements, so those new requirements may not be a part of the earlier scope which was discussed. So to ensure that you are working within scope, or everything is properly managed from requirement point of view, this document is important. What happens, many a times customer asks for some of the other functionality which was not even discussed earlier. So basically it is out of scope. So what do you do in such scenario, right? I think we had discussed, or I'm not sure this session or other, we said that okay, we come back and we tell the customer that we'll internally review and we discuss among the team, and if it is not hurting our timelines, budget, or we have the skill and it will be a short kill, then we do that. But then if it requires a lot of development time, it will require additional software is to be acquired, and we would need someone with that skill. So altogether, sorry, altogether that has to be charged because it's a new requirement that is being discussed and that is being taken. So that's why it's a very important document. But then I'm practical grounds, very few people, or few organizations keep it. Next is functional requirement specification or functional specification document. Now we have a BRD, that is business requirement document from business point of view. Now FSD or FRD is from functionality point of view, like what all task or what all activities or what is the functionality of your website or web application, or your mobile application, what all it does. Like for example, if you consider WhatsApp, then WhatsApp you can chat, you can make video calls, you can now go add into communities, you can put your status, and you can have your notes, and you can change your DP, and you can keep your status message, and so so many functionalities. So when even WhatsApp was created, this document might have been created, and this is, I'm telling you, all the basic simple functionality. There can be furthermore which we never developed, like from security point of view, from setting point of view. We don't play around with that much because it is not required. So I'm just telling you what can be a functionality requirement specification. Now, system requirement specification or system requirement document means basically what your application can do. Now, earlier we learned about functionality, but from the technical point of view, okay, not only the functional aspect but technical aspect also, like what it is capable of, how many users can log in at the same time, what is the database strength, or how much can be stored, which are we using the cloud server, what technology we are using. So basically little more on the technical point of view, these requirements are understood. Okay. And by the way, from system requirement document means to develop this particular project, to work on this project, what all machinery you would need, what all softwares, what are specifications you would require. So that is also mentioned, which is very important, right? Because if you don't have the proper setup, you will not be able to work on it. It is as simple as that. So to answer it very simply, if you want to bake a chocolate cake, then you would require basic chocolate, right? You can't bake a chocolate cake without chocolate. So same way, if you want to develop a high-end project, you would require that high-end software and high-end software setup, those servers, those machineries at the latest version, all that thing. As simple as that. And last but not the least, test cases. Test cases is basically a testing scenario created to test the ongoing application or developed application. This is generally done by testing team, but sorry, many a times it is taken up by BAs also in current organization as a part and parcel of their understanding implementation, because they know functionality quite well. So they are the best people to even do the test. Yeah. So this is just an overview of all these documents. We will see most of them in detail, which are actually prevalent and useful. And you will also get to prepare BRDs and test cases, not test cases much, but at least BRD for your practice purpose. Yeah. Gaurav, can you please take from the next slide onwards? I'm losing on
Sorry,
that.
Prerna, I have one
Yeah.
quick
Go
question.
ahead. Yeah.
This what we discuss, it is for entire project or it is just for one single sprint?
No. This is actually, this is for entire project, and all these documents. See, we while teaching, we give you everything that is relatable, right? But in your organization, I'm pretty sure you will not have these many documents. The user stories will be definitely a part of your documents. BRD is also there because they are like the mandatory one. But then test cases, maybe the testing team would make, make you, when you have a BRD, you might not even make an FRD or a system requirement document. So it's all depending on each and every organization, right? I have not seen a single organization following all this. Like, I have worked in around 9 or 10 organizations till now. None of them have, not a single one have prepared all the documents. Majority MNCs, because of the audit reason, they prepare the simple ones. But yeah, coming back to your question, it is always project specific. Don't worry, you don't have to prepare all that for every sprint. No, because then when we will work, if we will keep working on so much of documentation.
Okay, so like
Yeah.
a complete document for entire project, and according to the sprint we have to prepare or divide those document in a
No. The document is already there. In case if there is any update or change after consultation with your team, that you can make it in the document. No, documents are actually, see, if you don't have a scope, like going back to the simplest example, if I don't give you the specification for the cake, like, I want this size, this weight, this taste or this flavor, how would you go ahead, right? You should know what you are going to make or what you have to work on. So same way, while before the entire project starts, we know what is happening, and then within that scope, the work is broken down into sprint and we were given tasks. So the major task would be your final exam. Okay, so your project is final exam, but then every week you're taking one subject that is within the scope. Are you getting my point?
So as a business analyst, I have to complete this.
Your voice is little low. I'm sorry. I'm not sure
Hello.
it's my end.
Yeah, now you can
Yeah.
hear me.
Yeah.
See, as a business analyst, so at the beginning of the project, my it is the entire work should be finished, and later on, just I have to available in a sprint.
With most of the thing, test cases are not done in the beginning because they are done towards the end of the development. But if you ask me, project vision document, definitely at the beginning. BRD, requirement plan, definitely at the beginning. User stories and use cases, they are simultaneously during the development.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
because you don't make them at the beginning. You make
Okay.
them as in when you start working on that particular area.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
I got it. Thank you very much.
Thank you for asking the question. Yeah. Gaurav? Gaurav, is it okay if you take it? Yeah. Okay. Now let's go ahead with this one. We were discussing about project vision document earlier, and I told you that this is with respect to what the project will look like or what is the future of this project. Yeah. So can someone read out the elements mentioned here and we can understand them?
Project vision document, introduction.
Mm-hmm.
Description of users in the system.
Yeah, go ahead one by one.
Project
stakeholders.
product overview,
Project features.
Go ahead.
product requirements,
Constraints and limitations.
Quality
I just want to add one
documentation
thing. People who have read each line, after we finish this, can you please elaborate or you can share your understanding that when we say introduction, what it means? When someone has read description, what it can mean? So just a one-liner once we finish reading it out. Yeah, go ahead. Your understanding.
Should we start all over again?
When we say about introduction, could be the introduction of what we are going to write in the vision document, like the content and description of users in the system
Mm-hmm.
who are going to use the end product, and project stakeholders, as we also read in the learned in Scrum classes, like all those who are stakes of the project, that the list of those people, and product overview could be the what kind of product it is, what is it used for, maybe, or maybe the functions and shape and kind of thing. Like if I say the product is a phone, so the description of how we look at the product, like how it is viewed from outside exteriorly, and the product features could be the features of the phone that I use, like the features that differ from the previous one comparatively also might include, I'm not sure. Product requirements. So what all are needed for this product to be to be said as the end product, and the constraints and limitations could be could the limitations. I'm not sure
It
about
could be
it.
something
let
like
me talk.
maybe some competition in the market, or there are certain features which we would like to introduce, but we cannot because it's kind of limiting the product in an area, or we
limitations
have a
can
time limit, or we have a budget constraint. It can be anything.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Budget and time constraints.
So constraints and limitations, yeah, budget and time, and it can also be that certain software can like if there's a mobile phone, then it can like an app, it can work on version this of a product versus like iPhone 4 versus iPhone 7. So that can also be a constraint and limitation.
Yes.
The other word I remember when we are saying the constraints after listening to all, I feel the impediments, what we referred before. And
First of all, I
like,
really appreciate you guys coming together as a team and answering. 1 person took the lead, but then you all came and contributed. So very well done. This is what we do in any organization. And I just wanted to, sorry, I wanted to understand, what do you feel or get an idea when we talk about this? So honestly speaking, you all are very close and absolutely right on the track. So introduction is definitely, as the name suggests, introduction of the document. Second is description of the users in the system. Yeah, so considering the iPhone example, by the way, I'm extremely sorry for the variety of voices you get to hear from my
No worries,
in
Prerna.
my
We can
yeah.
understand. We can
Yeah,
understand.
because the weather is extremely tricky and I've been on meds for so many days and now I'm actually fed up of that. So I just thought, let's not take a break and continue. So this is me trying to come back to normal. So thank you. So yeah, second point, description of the users in the system, right? So when we say this, taking the example of iPhone, now you tell me which is the target audience for iPhone, basically the younger generation comparatively, yeah. So we
Yes.
have to focus on
These days,
them when we talk
everyone.
about project. Yeah. These days, except a few people like me and maybe some of my friends. But yeah, almost. In India, it's not that crazy. US, I'm pretty sure it is, and it's very prevalent. But yeah, so you target on that audience. Okay, what they want. Okay, they want look and feel. They want those filters. They want to have an high-end camera, better quality recording. So all those. So this is how it helps, right? So even considering a simple example of tomorrow, if you open a bakery nearby school, so what would be? Will you bake wedding cakes or will you make cupcakes if your bakery is next to your school? Right? The
Cakes
simplest
that are
answer would
favorable
be
for the kids.
cupcakes or any cute shaped smaller cakes which kids would love to have. So same way, we have to target your audience, our audience. So we have to know. So when we are developing a shopping website, so we know that our main target definitely would be women and a certain age category of overall gender, right? So same way, I'm not being gender specific. I'm just being practical because women tend to shop a lot more with convenience nowadays online than the guys. So I'm saying from my personal experience. Now, who are the project stakeholders? So have we learned the stakeholder topic in detail or not? Tell me, guys. Yes, no.
Yes,
Yes.
we did.
Yes.
Yes.
So we all know who are everybody who is having stake in a project is our stakeholders. So those needs to be and have to be in the project vision document. Okay. Product overview or this is a written and product features. Okay. So overview means a generic understanding that if I have to write a product overview of my WhatsApp application, then I would say, yes, this application will allow you to communicate with the other person or whose number you have, and very, very, very 360-degree view. Whereas features will be more specific, saying, yeah, you can dial in people, you can make video calls up to this level, you can send text up to this level, you can delete or edit text till this time. So all those small features that we have, your status will be there only for 24 hours. So very specific terms, those will be a part of your product features. Okay. Now product requirements. Requirements means what all needs to be done to develop this. Okay. So yeah, you would need softwares, you would need that amount
मेरे
of
तो वो भी जो
hardware.
है ना पतले वाले
Yeah.
वो टिकीटोस
Yeah. Guys, please go on mute. We can hear your question. Zara, yeah, please. You don't want to intrude, but we could hear you talking. Yeah. So I'll request Shruti and Olu also to go on mute in case if you tend to speak. Yeah, thank you. So yes, product over. So you understand the difference, right? Product overview means overall understanding or knowing of the project. Project features means product specifications of your product. And product requirement means what all the requirements we need to complete for this project. What is the detailed activities involved in the project that will be a part of it. And then, yes, constraints and limitations. I was really happy we were backing each other. So yes, what is the constraint is okay.
We have a time constraint that we have to finish within, per se, 4 months. We have budget constraint that we cannot spend more than this. So we have, other constraint that customer are given. Maybe we have to use only this technology. They are very adamant on that technology. So anything, it can be from, there can be pressure from internal management that we have to finish this project ASAP. So, many things can be there, which can be a part and parcel of from the constraint point of view. And last but not the least, quality, documentation requirement. So what is the quality, or even I can add in safety features of this project? If you're working on a website, then how safe it is, are you validating users? How are you planning to save it from viruses, or how you're tackling in case of any issue comes? So all basically everything surrounding your project, your overall your I would say plan of implementation, or how you're planning to execute, all that has to be and needs to be here. Yeah, makes sense. Any doubt about this? Yeah.
No.
No.
No. Okay. Thank you so much. See, it's an easy one. It's easier to understand, but I just want you to kind of correlate everything together. Okay, so you will have a better understanding. Yeah, Gaurav, should we stop here? It's almost time, or what do you think? Let me know. Yeah.
I think I can take a slide and then we'll stop. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah,
Can we?
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
sure.
So thank you so much, Prerna, for bringing this up to here. So guys, there are various documents by now. You know that as a business analyst, at least you need to know. Okay. Few you would require to develop, few you would require to furnish, few you would require to, refer. Okay. When I say that develop, it means that, as you know, that templates will be given, number one. If not given, if you are your own business, you are starting up, you don't have ready-made template, understand what all the elements will go inside that. And even if you don't understand, the easy part is that now the internet is flooded with such templates. Go ahead, download a one and start referring to that, start developing to it. So in this note only, one comes with the requirement management plan, where you need to know why this requirement will be generated, what exactly customer wants to achieve out of it. Okay, then what all the small milestone you will be producing, that will come under responsibility assignment. And also who will be responsible. Say for example, 3 business analysts are there in a project, and they are taking charge of 1 2 3 different elements, or they have multiple elements, multiple topics, and they are taking charge of that. So the responsible person's name is also there, and what all you will be using as a requirement management plan when it comes to tools and procedures to be used. Say, for example, in the tools, you would require Confluence to apply, or with the Jira, Confluence will go. So such kind of tools, or any ticket management tools is introduced in the company, you can mention over their approach to define requirement. What you will be taking the approach? Are you maintaining the requirement document always, or you are just referring to the tickets, or you are generating various user stories and you will be assigning them to the customer for their feedback? So depending upon what is the internal discussion and agreement, based on that you can confirm over here in the approach to define the requirement. Then traceability. Okay, what will be the approach? Is it generating from all the requirement that you have collected from the requirement document, or whatever the tickets or sublines or headings or product backlog has been confirmed from client's end? Ultimately, it has been referred by testers to create that requirement traceability matrix, because this particular term will be embedded inside this document, and that will be created by testers. Are we good with this? Are you understanding whatever just now I said on this fourth element or fifth element? Everyone with me so far? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Workflow and activities. So where you are including workflow and activities, are you including that as a separate use cases, or you are just including in the requirement management plan itself about as a whole requirement life cycle? And in case at all some changes will be introduced, what will be the life cycle it will be following? So everything, whether requirement is introduced in between, later, and prior requirement, how you are going to manage these all, every structure and every plan will become the part of RMP. Generally, you need to just know about it. Very rarely you will be developing it, because anyways you will be becoming the part of any team. Once the company has not just immediately started, but they have good project equipment already done. They have done multiple projects already. So during with them, if you are joining in, you will have already ready reference from the past of any another requirement management plan, if at all that require you to refer. So that was with the requirement management plan. I was talking about, one workflow and activity, and there will be a point where you need to understand the workflow of certain functionality. If that you need to understand, then you will need to understand when that function starts, when that function ends, and for that you can come across with a new document altogether, and that you can define it as a use case. How you can define it as, everyone? What is the word?
Use case.
Use case.
Use case. So you need to understand how to write a use case. Can I create a ticket for use case and mention everything in the that ticket, or can you generate a document as well? Because few companies still practice of generating a document of use case. And how they do that, they can go ahead, they decide that who all are users inside this use case. You will describe what exactly in this use case is going to happen, when exactly this use case will start. Before starting this use case, what should be the condition, and what is the normal flow? Is there any alternate flow? For example, normal flow is that Control S is a normal flow to save a file, but clicking on file menu, then clicking on the save sub menu, or clicking on the save as sub menu, locating the location and saving it with mentioning the file name, that is the alternative flow. With me so far, understanding the normal flow and alternate flow example?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Then any exception is there or what? So when this is minimized, this particular window is minimized, the Control S will not function because focus is somewhere else. Such exception you can utilize. Spatial requirement, anything is spatial requirement. It will only be functioning when this criteria meets. With me so far, everyone? Yeah?
Yes.
Any assumption that you need to describe in the functionality of the use case. Assumption like you are assuming that what all the elements have been shared and detailed out when this window is active, that I have assumed. Okay. And notes and issue, is there any specific specification you want to highlight over here? Any issue which has been already shared and interacted with the client, there is something constraint or limitation you want to align over here. Okay. Okay, not a problem. So this will become the part of use case. Now I have already shared with you last time user story how to write. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly in the similar manner, you are going to write user story when it comes to typing into Jira or another ticket management tool. So in the start itself, when Agile Scrum was started, during that time we had asked you to explore few, but still we will give you the opportunity. So that's how the user story will be. Okay, how to write them. I have shared that with you. As a actor, I should be acting so that achieving this. BRD explained earlier. So not only this, what we will be doing, we will be sharing you one reference. Using that, you can create BRD, all those elements of the BRD, and inside BRD, if you need to refer to some requirement traceability matrix that will be created by testers, by whom requirement traceability matrix are created, everyone?
Testers.
Testers.
But it will be reviewed by you, where requirement ID, every requirement will get one identification. It will be defined, every single requirement. What is the functional requirement of it? What is status? Is it incomplete? It is in progress. It is in inception. It is still in discussion. Every single thing you will detail it out. Okay. Related to that, if test case is there or not, that will be furnished by testers. Has it been tested or not? Every single thing from which document this requirement has been generated, that will be mentioned in the RTM. So what is the full form abbreviation of this document?
RTM.
Yes, that's right. And then comes the last document, to which we are calling it as a functional requirement specification or functional specification document. So in BRD, requirement are high level, but in FRS, you will go more in detail. Okay, capture each and every spec. So we will give you the few documents so that you can go by your own self, refer to them, what all the elements are there inside. If it is more technical, then it becomes technical requirement document, or we can call it as a system requirement document. Okay, where more towards, hardware, software, functional and behavior requirement of the system will be detailed out. And there will be one document more that you need to know about the test case. It will be developed by, any guesses, whom?
Testers.
Exactly. So you just need to know this. So when we will share the recording, you can go ahead, and if you really want to get inside that, you can just understand, or you can come back with the question. What do you understand? What do we mean by test case ID? If really at all you want to know, although these are the point of testers, because they will be developing that, you will be more aware of some flow, like when certain action will be performed, what we are expecting. And but tester, when see that it is not behaving as it is expected, he will raise a defect or discrepancy out of it. With me so far, everyone? Yeah. Yeah, so we will be getting more in detail. So allow me some time, and sometime I'll be sharing all maximum documents so that you can open them and refer to it. Where I'll be sharing? I'll be sharing in the WhatsApp group. Any questions so far, guys?
Okay.
No.
No, no question. Cool. So now this is time for a quick, attendance. Go ahead into WhatsApp group and just drop one word that you remember from today's session. And what do you feel like saying? Okay. One word from today's session that I'm going to type. One word. Okay. From today's session. And what do you feel like saying? And once this attendance is captured, I'll be sharing all the documents. Okay. The recording is just above my question. Yesterday's recording, you can capture from there. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes? No?
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you so much, guys, showing up, staying till the end. Appreciate your time and enjoy your remaining rest of weekend. And yeah, I believe so. And thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.